Hello everyone, this is Chrism, and I'd like to welcome you to another conversation about your Kundalini awakening experience. In this conversation, I would like to discuss with you the powers of a mantra meditation, but more importantly, the power of surrender through a mantra meditation. I want to suggest that in our Western society, we find it very difficult to surrender to anything. We are not, surrender is really not part of our upbringing. Surrender is something to be avoided. Oh, never say die, never surrender, never do this, never do that. And I want to suggest to you that with Kundalini, you're not surrendering to an enemy or being conquered or anything like that. What you're doing is you're surrendering control over your life to the divine force that gave you life. Let me say that again. You're surrendering control over your life to the divine force that gave you life. And it wants to give you another life within this life, a Kundalini awakened life, a divine life. Okay? So this is what you're surrendering to. And I want to suggest that if you have a teacher that you trust and you know that the Kundalini is flowing through them and you feel fairly good with that teacher or very good, you trust them, then know that the Kundalini with them is also reaching out into you. This happens a lot to my students. My Kundalini reaches into them. It's reaching into you right now as you watch this video. So turn it off quick if you don't want my Kundalini. So the scenario is surrender to the Kundalini through a mantra of surrender. Say, I surrender my life, I surrender control of my life to my divine Kundalini. Or I surrender my life, I surrender control of my life to my teacher, so-and-so, whoever that would be. Okay? I surrender my life, I surrender control of my life. Which is basically saying I surrender my ego. I surrender the ego's control over me. And you can even phrase it in that way if that's easier for you. But the more you surrender, the more you give to the Kundalini in you, the greater you open up areas for its gifting back to you. So it's very, 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 very important to learn how to surrender to the Kundalini. A mantra will work. A mantra that is geared towards surrendering to the Kundalini will work. And the one that I just gave you, you can say over and over and over and over again, but say it with intention. Say it with passion. Make it real for you. Make it real for you. It's very important for you to surrender the fixation of control that you have over your life when you have Kundalini present in the awakened state within you, because it is going to control your life, not your ego. Okay? Kundalini is controlling your life, not the ego. And it's very important that you understand this. It's very important that you become okay with the strength of the divine force within you. This isn't something that you get to control. You get a lot of people from different spiritual techniques and belief systems saying, oh, you need to look at transmutation of energy. You need to look at this, you need to look at that. And basically, they're coming from an egotistical point which says, oh, I have control over the divine. See, I can control the divine. Therefore, I can do this or that to mitigate the divine influence on me. And what I'm saying is very different. I'm saying you allow divinity to change you, to control you. You surrender yourself to it. You allow it to help you blossom like the natural Kundalini flower that you are. You don't try to compete with the divine. There's no competition. The divine created you. You don't try to compete with your creators. Do you understand? Surrender to the divine. And you're not surrendering because you're weak. You're surrendering because you're strong. You're being given an opportunity to have Kundalini, and this speaks of a very great strength within you. But you need to let go of the ego affiliation with that strength. There is no ego there. So surrender to the divine. Surrender to the Kundalini itself. Surrender to your Kundalini teacher if you trust them. Surrender is a strength. It is not a weakness. Please remember that. Thanks for watching.